What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Wine on the Stars. I'm Jordan, and we are here today, finally, with the Starships Collection from Fanhome, and the very first model in the series, the USS Titan NCC 80102-A, soon to be the Enterprise G. But we get the Enterprise G as an XL model much later on. So what we get first is the Titan A, and I gotta say, I am very excited about getting this model. Now, when Picard was introduced and we got, the first two seasons, you can say what you will. I really enjoyed the first two seasons. But when the third season came along, they'd finally gotten that magical thing. And it always seems to be that way with Star Trek, right? The first couple seasons suck, and then the third season seems to be really good. Well, part of the reason why I feel that the third season was really, really good happened to be Captain Shaw and the Titan. Now, obviously, at the very end of the season, they go ahead and rechristen this the Enterprise G, and I have no problem with that because I love this design, and I love the kind of back to roots, kind of a smaller ship, not necessarily being the ship of the line, but more of an explorer. I really do like the fact that the new Enterprise winds up kind of being like what it was back in the day, and that was an explorer. So, with this, if you guys aren't familiar, Fanhome has released the new Starships Collection. Obviously, Eagle Moss, they've done things and died. And there's still replicas, there's still stuff going around, like there's still stuff being made, but Fanhome has come in and they've released theirs, and so they're going to be focusing on ships from the 2017 and beyond portion of Star Trek, which I'm really excited about. So, enough being said, let's go ahead and open this up and pray that this isn't broken. I've seen some photos of this. Now, my seal is complete. I have not looked at this, and I have had this for a couple of days, so I've been good. I wanted to do this on video. So, very carefully got that open, and I am not going to be butchering or manhandling this bad boy. I want to try to keep everything nice. I like these boxes, so I'm a little weirdo like comes that. Now, cool. The journey begins here of delays. So, nothing really special here. Oh, there's a little bit of a... Oh, there's stuff. You guys, there's stuff. And before I go ahead, and I'm going to delay satisfaction here real fast. Got the collector's guide here. Oh, very, very cool. This is a nice magazine, nice feel. I am subscribed for the premium subscription, so I did sign up early. Oh, very cool. Very, very cool. So here's some of the ships we're going to get. The Protostar, the Enox, I think, or no, it's the Eros, or Helios. There we go. What is this? Oh, it's the ship from Prodigy. I can't think of the name of it right now. It's Janeway's ship from the Prodigy. We're starting with the Titan. And then we're going to get Farragut, which is Kirk's ship in the Strange New Worlds. We're going to get the Stargazer, which is a really cool design. Another Bill Krause model, which is what this one is as well. We're going to get the Enterprise F as an XL model, which is very, very cool. The Odyssey class, which originally started in Star Trek Online. And then we're going to get a collector's magazine for every single one of these. And I got an idea for a series for this. I didn't get a chance to really put it together, but I have an idea for once a month when we reveal these models to talk a little bit about the design of the model and all of that. And we'll go into, and I figure I can kind of get away with this one because it's the inaugural. I wanted to just quickly get it as unpackaged as fast as I possibly could. But that being said, however, this design is going to get covered in much more detail when the Enterprise G comes along in the XL model, which is basically the same model, just bigger with a different registry on it. So, talks a little bit about the design of the ship. Oh, I can't wait to hear about this. Bill Krause, got a chance to briefly meet him at Wonderfest this year, and that was very, very cool. And next year, I'm going to be less like, oh my God, it's Bill Krause, and more like, hey, sign my stuff. And then we're going to get a binder. So I think it's going to be, I can't remember, it's 20 ships, something like that. But either way, we're going to get a binder to store all of these in. We're going to get the Titan dedication plaque, which is going to be very, very cool. We get another mug. I got to say that my Enterprise D mug is starting to take a beating. We get the Okudagram for the turbo lift, which is really cool. And then we're going to get the exclusive ship, the USS Eves, named after John Eves, who is a very prolific Star Trek designer. So let's go ahead and take a look at magazine number 1. And I got to say, number 1, this is very nice quality magazine. It feels really, really nice. So let's go ahead and keep it from autofocusing. Let's take a look at some of this. So we have commissioned in 2396. It is 560.5 meters long, so a little over half a kilometer, which is pretty cool. Captain Liam Shaw was there from the very beginning, and he was the only captain of the Titan A outside of a couple of stand-ins. And you had Captain Riker step in for a few episodes, and then obviously Seven was in charge of the ship at various points. She is not mentioned as one of the captains of the Titan because when the Titan becomes the Enterprise G, that's when she becomes the captain of that ship. So Liam Shaw was the only captain of the Titan, and I gotta say that the work that was done on that character was just absolutely fantastic. Todd Stashwick is an amazing actor, and we got some amazing stuff with that. So, talking about the design, talking about different stories when it comes to the ship. And I got to say, if you are interested, go ahead and pause. Let me try to find a spot there. In reading that, you can go ahead and pause there. I'm going to go ahead and read these on my own. And then a very cool, sorry, it's glossy paper and my cameras are going to blow things out. I apologize. So there's some designs there. Oh yeah, that's a cool silhouette. So an original design, it had a little bit more of a sloped neck. I really do like the design they went with. But here is this. And so just as a little bit of a something, the NCC 80102-A, obviously it's the second ship to carry the USS Titan name of this registry. This was the fourth ship to carry the name Titan. A lot of the things that people get wrong about registries is that, every ship is just going to get a legacy registry, which is what these are. That has to go through a special process, and I know that this is all fake, you guys. But in Star Trek, in canon, in order for a ship to get a legacy registry, because keep in mind that the way that these registries work is, I guess the best way of putting it is goes in order. At one point, like the 1701 was the 17th ship design by Starfleet, and it was ship number 2 built, with 1700 being the USS Constitution. Now, if the Enterprise hadn't done anything of any distinguishing character, now obviously we know the Enterprise did a lot of cool things under April, Pike, and Kirk, and Spock, and all the different commanders that the ship had, and its history obviously earned it. By the time that it got to Star Trek The Voyage Home, that was done in that proceeding. Basically, they didn't know, but they decided in that time to take the Lexington and rechristen it the Enterprise A in honor of what the crew of the Enterprise had done to save Earth. Now, that's the big thing to know, that it takes a lot. Up until that point, if once the Enterprise was destroyed, the 1701 was going to go with it. They would have renamed the Enterprise, if they'd gone with the Excelsior class, as they were planning to do anyway, for the B. It likely would have had a 2000 somewhere in there, and it would have just been the Enterprise, USS Enterprise NCC 2000 something or another. So as we dig deep into the nerdness, we will talk about that when we talk about the Titan in more detail in the future. But needless to say, Riker and his exploits on the Luna-class Titan when he was the captain of that ship, and that basically made it so that the Federation and Starfleet kept the original registry for the Titan, and basically gave them the legacy thing. So it's a big deal. So for the Titan to be rechristened the A, and for it to receive a lot of the components from the Luna class, including a lot of the stuff having to do with the sensor suite, because that was the big thing with the Luna class, was it was a very highly sophisticated sensor platform for basically sitting at the edge of the neutral zone to watch the Romulans, and did a lot of amazing things during the Romulan relocation project, which I believe is what earned its legacy status. So as we dig deeper, we will talk about that. If you're here, you might be here for this. If you're not, well, I'm here for this. So and it just goes into a little bit more of the design. I wish that I had been to Wonderfest 2023 because this model was there. And man, I can't wait to see. Like, I got to see a couple of the Bill Krause models in person, and I can't wait to see them again in the future. So once again, if you do want to read these, go ahead and pause. I'm going to read them afterwards. But yeah, so here are the magazines, and I am excited because they're like, I was worried that we are just going to get the model, but no, we're actually going to get a full story of this, and I really do appreciate that, and I can't wait to read about this model. So enough nerding out, enough of all of that. Let's go ahead and get this open and take a look at our model, shall we? Please don't be broken. Oh, wow. Wow, wow, wow. That is really nice. Got some heft to it, I will say that. Obviously, it's die cast. But take a look at that. The Aztecing on there is really nice. Seems like they got their windows right, not having a weird off print. The nacelles and the clear parts look really nice. I like how there's nothing there in the middle. Like, if they're not going to light it up, don't put anything in there so you get the light going through. I was like, what is that? Oh my God. Shuttle bay. Impulse engines look okay. I'll be real on that front. There's the EM field regulators. Very cool. Probably could be a little bit bluer, but I get the kind of sense that they're trying to give the impression that it's being lit. Lower sensor dome, very reminiscent of the previous designs. And there is a in-canon reason why they went back to kind of a classic design for building ships. And if you're watching Star Trek Picard, it absolutely had to do with the fact that Utopia Planitia at Mars was completely destroyed. So they needed to go back to some old shipbuilding facilities, and instead of trying to redesign the world, they just kind of like blew it up. This was a previous design, basically the Shangri-La class, which the original USS Titan was, which was originally after the Enterprise went down, was the flagship of the fleet. So very interesting. And Captain Savick was the captain of that ship. So we will talk more about that as I'm able to actually put together a bit of a piece for this. So it's a very nice model, I do have to say. It is solid. It is top heavy, so I would say the balance point is going to be right here at the neck, which actually tends to be typical of most Starfleet ships. So there's that. Let's go ahead and pull out our base. This is remarkably solid. My goodness. Wow. Very cool. Remarkably solid, and has a nice felt base on it, I do have to say. And let's go ahead and grab the standout. Let's go ahead and pull the box out because it's confusing my camera quite a bit. All right. Now, how this works Says so in the front of the magazine, so why don't we do this? I see. So it's going to clip on to either side of the saucer right over here. And then clip into its base. Go ahead and set this down right here. Wow. I like how the ship is positioned in there. Probably shouldn't have done it that way, but hey, this is me. All right, let's go ahead and take a look from our second camera over here. And there it is. I do have to say, this looks really good. Just kind of get it at an angle there so you guys can get a good look at it, what that looks like from the side. There we go, focusing up. Woo. You know, I can't wait to build this model, and I gotta say that this would be an excellent part work. Really would be. USS Titan. Very cool. All right. So as you guys see the mess of my desk, I got a Star Destroyer going on back there. Got a lot of things going on, but the cool thing about this is I get to not necessarily build this thing, but just kind of present it. And Fanhome has restarted a collection, which I think if Eagle Moss had just focused maybe on doing that, things may have not been so bad. But maybe if they had focused on paying their bills. But anyway, that's what I got for you guys today. I'll be bringing this to you guys every single month. Be looking for a special presentation of the USS Titan and its history and a little bit of the specifications as I figure out how I'm going to put that together. But for right now, this is kind of like an exciting thing and kind of the inaugural model in what's going to be a series for the next 20 to 24 months. I don't know if it's 20. I can't remember how many models it is, but there's going to be quite a few, including like the Shrike and, oh God, the Shrike and the, what are we going to get? We got the Protostar. We're going to get the ship that Janeway had. We're also going to be getting the Farragut. We're obviously going to be getting the Strange New Worlds Enterprise as an XL model. We're getting the Enterprise F. So there's lots of cool stuff coming up. I'm really looking forward to presenting all of those and talking a little bit about the history of the ship, a little bit of the history of the design, and just kind of giving a little bit more of a detailed look at the model as I figure out how to use my gimbal. So that's what I got for you today. I just want to say thank you. I know that there was a million things y'all could have done today. Instead, you spent a couple minutes with me watching me gush over a model, and I think that's pretty damn cool. You guys have any questions or comments, tips, tricks, please leave them down below. Like to support the channel, please like and subscribe. And my friends, until we see each other again, I hope you all have a wonderful day in this beautiful world where we happen to be. And just remember, my friends, to always live long and prosper.